Sister Wives Kody kicked Robyn out of the house and along with her children. Janelle Brown reveals Kody and Robyn's relationship has cracked. Kody is bankrupt after 3 breakups and can't afford such an expensive price. Hello friends, welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I am Olivia and hope you are well by God's grace. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Sister Wives Janelle Brown claims Kody and Robyn's courtship wasn't appropriate. Sister Wives fans watched Robyn Brown sob uncontrollably about losing her polygamous family. We caught scenes of her pushing Kody Brown to sleep on Christine Brown's couch when his third wife kicked him out of her home. Robyn was adamant that Kody not let his other wives go. She tried to sway Kody to make another attempt at keeping Janelle as a co-wife. But what she did to Mary Brown, fans found just awful. She fed Mary false hope about Kody rebooting their non-existent marriage by telling Mary he was coming around to giving it another go. And through many of these sister wives scenes, fans suggest that Robyn's blubbering sobs were supposed to make us think she was in pain over the thought of losing her co-wives. But her so-called fear of losing her polygamous lifestyle came true. Then from all the crying she did, it appeared to devastate her. But fans saw through this. Sister Wives fans got a look at a new Robyn Brown last week. She seemed to take on a who cares attitude. This is something she said to the one-on-one host, Kody Krishnan, when answering one of her questions. Apparently Robyn just doesn't care anymore about what is said about her and who is saying it. She also seemed to lose that urge to live a life of polygamy. I mean, really lose it. Now she's afraid of it. Yep, that is what she told Suki when she asked Robyn if she wanted to live polygamy again. Instead of a yes, like Robyn led the Sister Wives fans to believe for years, she went the opposite and told Suki that she feared it. Robyn would need a message from God that they should take on more wives, plus a guarantee that it will work. And any spiritual sign to coax her along would have to be tremendous, something like a tsunami or a lightning bolt striking. Now Robyn Brown's tune changes drastically. Her crying over not living polygamy dried up, and today she fears it. When the Sister Wives spouses wrote a book years back, Robyn said something that comes back to bite her today. She wrote that everyone thinks she married Kody with the intent of one day having him all to herself. She also acknowledged being known as a homewrecker, which she emphatically denied. Robyn was all about living polygamy with an emphasis on having sister wives. She even had her golden years all planned out. Who can forget that scene of Robyn crying out of control because she won't be in a rocking chair in her old age surrounded by her co-wives on a front porch? Yet today she does have Kody all to herself, and the life he had with 3 wives when Robyn joined the family is now gone. Plus, she coincidentally is now in fear of living that life again. Sister Wives fans think that fear is code for Robyn getting what she wants and now sealing the deal with that fear. She presents a reason not to bring on more wives using that fear. It took Robyn 15 years of Sister Wives seasons, but she finally has Kody, lock, stock, and barrel, with one heck of an excuse: fear to never share him again, on or off the TLC series. Sister Wives star Kody Brown faces backlash after cringy tell-all behavior. During Sister Wives Season 19 Tell All, Kody Brown shared some very personal details about his love life, which made many viewers uncomfortable. In 2010, Robyn Brown became Kody's 4th wife, following Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown. Over time, Kody and Robyn's relationship grew closer, causing tension and feelings of neglect among the other 3 wives. Eventually, Mary, Janelle, and Christine decided to end their relationship with Kody, leaving him in an exclusive relationship with Robyn. Kody now appears content with monogamy and no longer seems to have an interest in practicing polygamy. TLC posted Kody's one-on-one conversation with Sister Wives Tell All host Suki Krishnan, where he revealed that his intimacy with Robyn could be described as Mormon naughty. Although they didn't have relations before marriage, they did share intimate moments. This love confession caused many viewers to cringe, with one Instagram user, Rose was a wodat, commenting, "Cringe, cringe, cringe." Sister wives. I changed my mind. I think Robyn and Meri Brown will be friends again for this reason. While I previously thought Sister Wives stars Meri and Robyn Brown wouldn't be friends again, I have since changed my mind. Sister Wives Season 19 was split into two parts that had a few-month hiatus in between. The first half focused on the drama between former patriarch Kody Brown and his exes, Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown, as they were all trying to move on from each other and their financial ties. The second half of the season shed light on the Brown family coping with the loss of Kody and Janelle's son Garrison Brown's death. The Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all is currently airing. There have been a lot of off-limits topics for Kody and Robyn, but the pair talking about Meri was not one of them. I've seen the cast members go through many different personal and collective peaks and valleys, but I'm certain that Robyn entering the family in 2010 as Kody's fourth wife was the beginning of the end. Kody played favorites, and Robyn was his only favorite. To that end, I know Meri and Robyn have a lot of history, but I think they will get past it. Meri was the only sister wife who had a close relationship with Robyn. The pair were confidants at first, and Robyn even offered to be a surrogate for Meri if she wanted to have another baby. However, where things fell apart between the two was with Robyn failing to keep her promises to Meri, and also having an active role in becoming Kody's favorite wife. By the end of Sister Wives Season 19, Robyn acted torn up about the state of her friendship with Meri, and Meri was resolved to move on. However, the conversation came up during the tell-all about the future of their friendship. Robyn made it seem like she was waiting on Meri, while Meri didn't seem interested at the time in pursuing things with Robyn. I think that Meri will come around to Robyn, as Meri has a nostalgic personality. Meri held on to her marriage to Kody for so long, and I think she's run into trouble letting her relationship with Robyn completely go. The other reason why I'm sure that Meri and Robyn will reconnect is because Meri has reconnected with Kody. During the Season 19 tell-all, both Meri and Kody relate that they were in a good place with each other. Since Kody and Robyn are attached at the hip, and Robyn allegedly still has hope for the family being closer, I think Kody and Meri's continued friendship will weigh on Robyn, given the history and once close bond Meri and Robyn shared, and Meri's 2025 friendship with Kody. I now think Meri's iciness towards Robyn will melt. I have changed my mind to believe Meri and Robyn will come back together again in the future. But that doesn't mean I think it's a good idea. Resentment has built between the two of them, and I thought Meri was trying to move on from Kody and Robyn. Meri backstepping into an entanglement and complicated friendship with Robyn again, I see as a detriment to the Sister Wives star. Meri has more to lose than Robyn, and I think Robyn wants to be friends with Meri to save face. I fell in love hard. Sister Wives Kody plays the victim again. Kody Brown gets a bad rap sometimes, but he has a softer side. Kody can be a very romantic person. In fact, in the show's recent tell-all sneak peek, he admitted that his feelings for Robyn were so intense that they took him by surprise, and that confession made it seem like he was playing a little violin again. Yes, Kody has occasionally indulged in self-pity, but who hasn't? The point is that he may be using a sob story about his great love to influence others. Kody may have thought that he loved his now exes, Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown, but maybe he didn't know what the real thing felt like. The feelings he had for the other didn't compare with how he felt about Robyn. As soon as he started courting her, it seemed like he was walking on air. This was love, with all of its intoxicating euphoria. Kody began acting so different. Suddenly, he was living for Robyn alone. It may have seemed like a crush at first, something intense that isn't destined to last. But it was so much more. It's quite possible Kody has never felt that about anybody else in his life. In another world, this would be a best-case scenario. Chemistry's so powerful it just takes over, binding two people together. However, there was a real problem here, and that was the fact that 3 other wives also wanted a husband. It was terrible luck that Kody was in this situation. Disentangling himself would not be easy. He had too much responsibility as a husband of 3, and then 4 when he married Robyn. All of his children by those mothers were also a factor, holding him back from really living out what was in his heart. To extricate himself, when he was the beating heart of the family, powering the body as the man of the house, would require the most delicate surgery. Unfortunately, his hands weren't deft enough to perform that operation without serious complications. He waited too long, perhaps. Above, see Janelle reaching her breaking point. All the ex-wives did that. Kody probably had the best intentions. He felt he should stay with the women he didn't love. That doesn't make him a villain. They should have let him go. Everyone who was a spouse in that marriage is an adult, and all must bear responsibility for turning away from the truth. To villainize Kody and paint the now exes as angels isn't fair either. They knew what was happening, and perhaps a desire for financial security led them to make unromantic choices. Feelings were real, but there were other concerns. The situation was a powder keg. In a situation like this, the practical is at war with the romantic. And when the plural marriage went on and on, it was probably because practical needs won out. However, what's inside a person, the emotions that drive them, can't be suppressed. Feelings always comes out somehow. So there were fights, there was Robyn's passive aggression, there was a general atmosphere of misery, all founded on operating under the illusion that things were normal, when everyone knew it was more or less a charade. Emotions need space to be expressed, a safe space to be felt and understood. Robyn's were, as Kody loved her. But the other women had to go it alone emotionally. Kody had to live with the guilt of being the man who denied them, but on the other hand, he probably wondered why they couldn't just leave. Why did he have to initiate it? In fact, he waited, trying to get them to take the step he wouldn't take. Eventually they did. But again, it all went on for much too long, and those bad memories cast very dark shadows. Hopefully, all parties are mature enough to rise above all of this turmoil. They should be. In the end, the process of breaking those bonds was a messy and scary business. So many broken hearts, so much bitterness, and a sense of unreality. How could things change so much? What would life be like for everyone when America's most famous plural family was fractured? There was plenty at stake. Money, for one thing. Sister Wives is a cash cow. Then, there were the ex-wives, forced to start over in midlife. Then, there were children excluded from Robyn's core family with Kody. They had to deal with the horrors of a broken home. It's important to consider Kody's point of view. His story matters. It's not just about the ex-wives. Men have feelings too, so many emotions that society often pressures them to hide. They are still there, thrumming under the surface. Kody plunged into polygamy, certain it was right. People made him believe that. In every life, there are these types of events. Pivotal moments that alter the landscape and even seem to change the universe forever. In Kody's case, before Garrison passed, it was love, and that shouldn't be a bad thing. However, there were just too many issues. He couldn't freely love Robyn. In the sneak peek, he said, "This was remarkably honest. Its simplicity says it all." While it could be argued he was playing the victim, it's more likely that this is something he feels compelled to say simply because it's true. He wants people to understand him. Everyone wants to be understood. Sister Wives Kody Brown doesn't believe that polygamy can thrive after an emotional event like falling passionately in love with one wife, and maybe he's right. It's a matter of how people behave. Kody couldn't go through the motions. He was too romantic, wanting the fairy tale with Robyn, so maybe he deserves some grace. He just couldn't give the other wives a convincing performance, and maybe that's actually a sign of a good heart. Faking love was impossible. The other wives could have said enough, but the sister wives stars chose to stick around. Everyone was an adult who recognized what the dynamic was. Now that Kody's trying to make peace with his exes, granting Mary and Janelle larger portions of Coyote Pass before its sale, it may be time for the Browns to put their hard feelings aside. Life is too short for this. People should be with the ones they love and let other people be. Sister Wives drops a truth bomb in finale as Kody Brown confesses what wrecked his marriages. Kody Brown recently made a major confession. The reality star opened up about his youngest wife, Robyn Brown, ahead of the season 19 finale. As per Parade, an exclusive clip gave a sneak peek of the Brown family's last tell-all. The clip shows ex-wives Janelle and Christine discussing Robyn and Kody's courtship with host Suki Krishnan. Robyn and Kody had a much longer courtship than the rest of us, Janelle shared, while also stating that, as per her, it is not appropriate for a married man to get into a long-term courtship. They actually courted, I think, for almost like a year, Janelle was heard expressing to the host. Further, during her conversation with Krishnan, she also admitted, "If I had a year with Kody, I'm not sure I would have married him, honestly. I might have seen him for a little bit more of who he was, you know what I mean?" Gotten sort of off the charm ride, while adding that she does not wish to go back and talk harshly about every other moment she had lived with Kody. "If I were to say, oh, I'm really sorry I did all of that, would I really be in this great place?" On the other hand, Christine stated that for Kody and Robyn, it was a love story from the very, very, very beginning. It just was, and they had to just hide it. Continuing further, Christine stated that this was the truth that all the family members knew, and still Kody hid it, which felt like another level of lying. It's another level of betrayal. It's another level of sorrow for them. All of it. Towards the very end of the footage, Kody was heard talking about Robyn. "Polygamy doesn't actually work if you fall in love. I fell in love hard. Meanwhile, during the June 8 episode of the Sister Wives one-on-one special, Kody had opened up about how he had to face a terrible moment when he tried to show affection to Robyn. "The last time Robyn and I showed PDA around the family, we got kicked out," Kody was heard stating, as per Today. While being repeatedly asked by Krishnan to elaborate on the incident, Kody simply avoided or declined to talk about one of his worst experiences, while only expressing, "Until Mary and Janelle are remarried, I will not show PDA to Robyn in front of them." In the same episode, Robyn also expressed herself and what she feels about PDA. "What I think is affection, he thinks is subtle. It's just a difference between his level and my level. And I think kissing is fine in front of people," Robyn mentioned, while also confirming that she gets shy while being physical in front of others. In another interview with Screen Rant, Christine had opened up about her failed marriage with Kody, revealing that Kody spent more time with Robyn, which developed a gap between her and Kody. Kody is currently only married to Robyn. His relationships with Janelle, Christine, and Mary have ended. Sister Wives Janelle Brown hints at mental health struggles. Janelle Brown has long been seen as the steady compass within the Sister Wives family, a woman who often chose logic over chaos and resilience over reaction. But as the dust continues to settle following her split from Kody Brown, it's clear she's not just picking up the pieces, she's building something entirely new from them. While many reality TV stars fade into the background once their relationships unravel, Janelle has only become more vocal, more reflective, and, frankly, more relatable. During the third installment of the Sister Wives Tell All, Janelle sat down with host Suki Krishnan for a conversation that took an unexpected turn. She didn't mince words when discussing her ex-husband, Kody Brown. Her assessment: striking. He does a cycle of love bombing after hurting his wives, she explained, likening his behavior to that of a narcissist. But she was careful with her words. "I'm not a psychologist," Janelle clarified, "but I see a lot of similarities to a narcissist in Kody." She stopped short of giving him the label outright, letting viewers draw their own conclusions. "I'll let the people decide for themselves." It wasn't just a raw moment. It was a boundary drawn in prime time. Off-screen, Janelle's introspection continued on Instagram. In a reflective post, she shared a photo of graffiti that seemed to stop her in her tracks. For her, it wasn't just random street art. It was a mirror for her own emotional state. "We often become so trapped in our circumstances that we label ourselves as being the circumstance we are in," she wrote. She credited motivational speaker Mel Robbins with helping her shift her thinking. "You aren't anxious, you have anxious thoughts. And a simple shift gives people emotional breathing room," Janelle shared. The quote clearly struck a chord with her, and with fans too. She also tied the graffity's message to a line from Simon and Garfunkel. "The words of the prophets are written on the subway walls." It might not have been a literal connection, she admitted, but it resonated just the same. "Maybe not the exact interpretation, but I thought it fit." Fans rushed to share how deeply they connected with her reflection. "Our struggles can inform us, but they do not form us. We learn through living." "I love the graffiti and Simon and Garfunkel. I just saw this on my bike ride this morning and was also moved by it. It's perfect. I'm not my," and then you can fill in the blank. Art appreciation. Love. We tell our kids life is not made up of one and done moments. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. I love how you received this powerful message and you shared it for all of us. Life is really hard for everyone right now, and positivity spreads just as much as fear. I encourage you to try to change your POV when you see graffiti, because it's truly a form of art. Janelle didn't just post art. She sparked a dialogue. Beyond the introspection and emotional honesty, Janelle's also finding her joy again this time, with new and old friends in tow. She recently shared snapshots of a recent girls' trip, featuring two friends who brought more than just luggage, they brought laughter.